In order to decide what surgery you're gonna have for weight loss, the number one question is, what are your expectations? Some people, main goal is to get rid of diabetes, or most people's goal is to lose weight. And now, if you say you wanna lose weight, I wanna make sure you're gonna lose the weight you're expecting to lose. Some people think they're gonna go back to a normal weight, which is not common after weight loss surgery if you already suffer from morbid obesity. So we're gonna start with an example. Let's say this person weighs 5'4", and it's the same for a man and a woman, okay? So the normal weight for a 5'4" person should be between 117 and 145 pounds. Once you reach a weight of 204, your body mass index or BMI is already 35, and that makes you a candidate for weight loss surgery, okay? So in this real life example, I have two persons. One that weighs 240 pounds with that height, and another one that weighs 295 pounds. So for this first person, the BMI would be 41.2, and the second person that weighs 295, the BMI would be 50.6. One thing I want to point out is that these two people have different severity of morbid obesity, of disease. The second person's disease is more severe. The BMI is already 50, okay? So that means that maybe that person's genes make that person more prone to gain weight than a person who's 41. And this second person may need a more aggressive surgery that is gonna make her lose more weight. Okay, so let's continue. So weight loss with surgery. If this person, a first person that weighs 240 pounds, the excess weight that she's carrying or he's carrying is 95 pounds. Okay? In the second case, this person is carrying an extra of 150 pounds. Okay? So that's how we start our calculation. How much of that excess weight are you gonna lose? So ideally, you would love to lose all the excess weight. But again, once more, most people don't lose all the extra weight. Okay? So let's start with the first person. This person weighs 240 pounds and has 95 pounds extra. What happens if we do a sleeve hysterectomy? What happens if we do a gastric bypass? What happens if we do a modified duodenal switch? The average loss or weight loss of the excess weight is 60%. 60% of 95 is 57. So that person on average will achieve a weight of 183. That's what you can expect, okay? Some people think that they're gonna lose 100 pounds. Not everybody loses 100 pounds, okay? If you do a gastric bypass, you would lose a little bit more than with the sleeve. You would lose 70%, that would be 66 pounds. And if you started at 240, you would go down to 174, okay? Now, the other procedure is a modified duodenal switch, which is the one that can give you the most weight loss. If you have a modified duodenal switch, you lose about 85% of the excess weight, which reduces to 81 pounds, and you can expect on average to lose to obtain a weight of 159. What does that mean? That means that some people are gonna lose more and some people are gonna lose less. This is just an average number, okay? So if your goal, for example, is to reach a normal weight, the normal weight we say was 140. The duodenal switch gives you the most chance of achieving that weight. But there's a price you pay for that, meaning this surgery is more aggressive, there may be a little bit more side effects with that operation, and we're gonna touch that in another video. And let's go to the second person, okay? So the second person starts on a weight of 295, and that means that that person is carrying an extra 150 pounds. So once more, the sleeve makes you lose 60% of the excess weight, the bypass 70, the modified duodenal switch 85. So if you do a sleeve, on average you're gonna lose 90, the gastric bypass is gonna make you lose 105, and the duodenal switch would make you lose 128 pounds. And you would end up with a weight of, for example, 167, and you decided to do a switch, or if you do a sleeve, on average you would lose 90 pounds, okay? So what makes a person more successful than others? Number one factor is the surgery, because if you choose a surgery that can make you lose more weight, obviously you're gonna achieve a lower weight. But the most important thing is really two things, okay? and I'm gonna write it in red so that you understand. It's your dietary habits. What do I mean with that? If you have any of the surgeries, you still can, for example, drink liquid calories. And I'm talking about soda, juice, ice cream, milkshakes, anything that is a liquid that carries calories. We consider those empty calories. We should be drinking liquids with no calories. Why? Because when you drink liquids, you can drink as much as you want and you will not get full. And these surgeries will not stop you from drinking all those liquid calories. And number 2 is the junk food. Okay? It's the food that melts or dissolves in your mouth when you put it in, like papitas, chips, nachos, Doritos, cookies, crackers, any kind of sweet. Okay, so some people, you know, I'm not saying you're not gonna stop eating it altogether, but they have some control and they eat maybe once a week, you know, a little piece of dessert. But there's some other people that are eating sweets every day in large portions. So yes, you have surgery, and surgery is gonna limit the amount of real food that you can eat. You're not gonna be able to eat a lot of beans, rice, any kind of meat, all that. When you eat that, you're gonna feel full and your portions are gonna be really small. But how do people boycott or sabotage their goals and their results? Again, if they don't change their dietary habits. And that includes limiting the amount of liquid calories and the junk food. So for 5'4" person, depending on the surgery they're gonna get, they're gonna lose more or less in terms of weight. I hope this helps.